Hey everybody, it's Sherry at the Crafty Decorator. How are all of you on this wonderful Tuesday? Don't mind me, I am a hot mess today, guys. Went to bed late, got up early, and I am just all over today. But I wanted to show you. Last night I was up trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my pumpkin forms from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if some of you have these. I bought these a while ago and I still have not done anything with them. So I was like looking on Pinterest, Googling, and I saw someone, I've seen where they wrap the yarn up and down these things. I do want to do the one with the beads, but I'm just not getting there yet. But I didn't want to just wrap this yarn around here and leave this all open. So I saw someone do the basket weave on here. Okay, so I want to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to tell you all the things I had to figure out. Okay, this is my pumpkin, guys. I think it's so cute. Isn't it pretty? And I think the yarn also makes it. I'll show you what yarn I used, but isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. Okay, so let me show you what I did. Let me set this over here. Okay. So, she started by where you zip tie your yarn on here. And then you're going to go basket weaving in and out. Now, when you end up at the top, then you got to wrap around here. And I was having a problem with the green showing here on the sides. Even though, because you can't pull it tight because you don't want to pull this together and you want the basket weave to show. So if you pull too tight, the basket weave isn't going to show. So here's what I came up with. Okay. Number one, let me show you the yarn I used. I got this at Michael's. This is that Bernat yarn. I'm not sure how you say it. Bernat yarn. And this is color burnt orange. This is Velvet Plus. Do you see that? And it's in burnt orange. I just love it, guys. It's so pretty. It's like 3 tones, like 2, I don't know, like 3 tones of orange or 2 tones, but it's so pretty. So this I got at Michael's, and it's probably shown backwards for you. Okay. Now, my problem with the green showing around. Here's what I came up with, and I just thought it was much easier to start. Instead of starting with basket weave, we are going to start by wrapping this whole thing. I'm going to show you how I started. So I took my pumpkin form, and you lay it down. Okay, let me cut my tag off. Now, I had a bigger roll of yarn of this. So you're going to roll your yarn in a ball, but you have to make sure your ball is going to fit through your spokes here. So, because this is just way too hard to feed through. And if you don't do something with it, she was having a problem getting it all knotted. So I rolled mine in a ball. Now, I'm not starting or doing like she did, because I just think it's better if we wrap the whole outside of the frame first. So I didn't even use a zip tie. You can use a zip tie if you want. But I just hot glued, added a little hot glue, and glued this on here. Then I just wrapped. And you can wrap around that hot glue part to make sure that end is going to stay. So you are just going to keep wrapping. I'm going to get my yarn ball a little tighter. Okay, I want to make sure you could see. You are just going to keep wrapping around your outside of your frame. I'm not going to lie, this pumpkin takes a little while. It's not that hard. And once you get rolling with it, it goes really quick. But I'll show you. So I'm not going to wrap this whole frame in front of you. But this is what you're going to keep doing. You're going to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. It's easier if your ball is tighter. See, then you just swing it around here. But you're just going to keep wrapping. And you don't want your ball too big. Because I'll tell you why. When we get to the top up here, you have to feed it through the stem. So you don't want your ball too big. Yeah, see, it's easier if your ball of yarn is tight. It goes quick. Let me move my hot glue gun out of the way. Okay. So you just keep wrapping. I'm trying to get to the top so I could show you how you are going to end up have to go through the stem. I didn't want to have it done to up there because, well, maybe I don't need to show you. It's going to take a little while for me to get up there. Okay. Well, anyways, when you get up here, and you're going to have to wrap here, so you're going to have to go through the stem. So if your ball is still too big, you're going to have to pull up. This is what I did because my ball was still too big. I just pulled a bunch of this off to make my ball smaller and then went through. And then once I got through there, it's only a couple loops. Then I rolled it all back up on my ball and kept going. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me put this to the side. Okay, so say you wrapped it all. Now let me get straightened out here. I got a little mess from moving it all around. Okay. So when you get back to where you started, whoops. See, now I just pulled my yarn too tight there. Let me wrap a little more. All right. You really don't need to worry about it too much because you're going to wrap again on the outside when we're basket weaving. Okay, let me get back down to the bottom here. I made a little mess. All right. So when you get back to where you started, this is what you're going to do. Going to be kind of complicated for me to show you like this, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go over this first one with your yarn. Okay, so see, I went over. Now you're back here with your yarn ball behind. So the next one, you want to go under that bar. So I am over this first bar, and then I went under the second one. Now, if I went right over and went over the next one, you're still going to see that green bar. So what you have to do is go over and under one more time. So you're wrapping around that second one. Then you're going to go over the third one and come back out around and behind the next bar. And you got to go over and under again. And then you're going to go over this bar and then under the last bar. And then you're going to have to wrap around again so you cover the bar. I'll keep showing you so you kind of understand. I might have to lower the camera just so you could see my hands. Okay, so now you're here. You're at the last bar here again. So now you're going to wrap around your outer bar and come back out. You're wrapping around the outer bar. So now we went under this bar. So now you're going to want to go over for this row. You're going to do the opposite of what you did for the first row. So we went under this bar at the end. Now we're going to go over the bar and we're going to go under this bar because we went over this bar last row. Now you're going to have to wrap again because you got to cover the bar. So wrap around. Okay, I want you to be able to see me. So I might want to lower you and then you won't see me for a couple minutes, but you'll see this frame, and that's more important. Okay, so let me see. Can't get you too much lower. Okay, anyways, here we go. So we went under this bar and wrapped around. Now we're going over, and then under the next bar. And you got to wrap around again. Now you're going over this bar, under this bar, and wrap again. Now we're back to the end. Now you're just going to wrap around the outer rim. And now you're going to want to do the opposite. You're going to want to go over this bar and under the next one. And you got to wrap around again. So you cover this rim. Now pull a little snug, but don't pull real tight because you're not going to see your basket weave. And you're going to bend your rails. Okay, so we went under and around. Now we're going over and then under the next bar and go under again. So you're wrapping the bar. Now over and under and wrap around again so you can cover the bar. I hope you're understanding. Now we're at the end again, so wrap your frame. Wrap around your frame. Let me fix my yarn ball so you can see. I don't want it all hanging there in front of you. Okay. I'm trying to explain this the best I can. Now we went under this bar and wrapped. So now we're going to go over that bar. You're going to always do the opposite of what you did the row before. So we went under, so now we're going over this bar. Now we need to go under this bar. Now you need to cover this green, so you're going to wrap under again to the front. Then you're going over the next one and under the next one and wrap. It starts to go really fast, guys. Now we're going to go over and under. And then you got to wrap again to cover the bar. Let's see. I want to make sure you're going to be able to see my basket weave. I want to make sure I'm not pulling too tight. Okay. Now you have to wrap around your outer rim. And now you're going to go over because we just did under. So we're going over, under. Over this one, under this one. Then wrap this one again, over and under it, so you get the bar covered. Now you're going over, and then you're going to go under. Wrap around again, so you cover the bar. Then you're going over and under, and then wrap again, so you're covering the bar. Then we're at the end again, so now wrap around your outer rim, and now we're going over, under, wrap again, over, under. Then you have to wrap again. We're just basket weaving across the front of the pumpkin. Over, under, wrap again. And then you have to wrap around the outside of your bar. Oh, I'm going to have to fix my yarn ball. Let me fix it again. I'm going to do a couple rows, and then I'm going to show you how when you get to the end. Okay, so now we did under there. So now we're going over and under. And then you got to wrap around this one again so we cover the bar. Over this one, under this one. Whenever you do an under, you have to wrap around one more time to make sure the bar here is covered. This is over, and this is under. Wrap around. Okay, now you got to wrap around the outside rim. Just wrap it around, and now you're going to go over, under, And don't forget, double wrap under when you go under. So you cover the bar. Over, under, go around again. Over, under, go around again. It seems like these two on the ends, I always end up going under. Like when you go across the bar, the ones on the ends always seem to be under. Now, when I start to go back is when they get over. So over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Wrap around your outer rim. Now you're going over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Wrap around your outer bar. You're probably sick of hearing me say over and under, over and under. Okay, over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Over, under, wrap around again. Wrap around the outer bar. Then you go over, under, wrap around again. You're always doing the opposite of what you did the row before. Because this row before, I was over this bar. Now I went under. This one, I was under the row before, so now I'm going over. And then under, wrap around. Wrap around your end again. Now you're going over, under, wrap. Over, whoops, see I almost screwed up there. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Wrap around your outer edge. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. I hope you understand. See how fast you get to go once you get going? It's so easy. Wrap around your outer bar. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Over your outer edge. Back up, over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under. See how I say these last ones? I always end up under and then over when I come back around. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under. Oh, good. I get to show you here how I wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Then wrap around your outer bar. Go over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Okay, so now, see I'm running out of yarn now. Let me lift you back up a minute. Okay. There we go. So now I'm running out of yarn. So what you want to do is make another ball of yarn. I just make a ball. Real quick. Just make a, I think I'm shaking the camera when I'm doing this, shaking the table. Okay. There we go. Just want to show you, like you have to make sure that you're going to be able to fit it through your spokes there. Okay, I think that's enough. It's so easy to add on, so you don't really want to make them too big. Okay. So I made this ball. Yeah, see, I'll be able to fit through. Now, all you're going to do is tie these two together in a knot. That is it. You won't even see it. Tie it in a knot. Make sure it's pulled tight. Okay. Then trim off your excess. Okay. Especially with the chenille. You don't like see it. Okay. So now I was going over here. So I just want to show you that you won't really see it. Okay. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. Over, under, wrap around. I just want to get to where I can stop so I know later when I pick up. Okay. But see, you can't even see where I added that on there. And I want to show you what the back looks like. Look how pretty the back looks also. It's a basket weave. Isn't it pretty? So remember, don't pull your yarn too tight. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I'm trying to see where I want to move this. Okay. I want to show you how you're going to end this. And I want to show you how, what I'm saying is, okay, so this is the second one I was working on to get to this step. So, and then the bell went off that I should wrap this first. So then you don't see, because I had to keep adjusting these so you don't see the green on there. Plus, you would have to go back and do the bottom too. Wrap it around when you're finished. So wrapping everything first is the best idea. I went back before I finished in this and added this top on so I won't have to do it on the end. But here you are. Say you're up to the top. You're going to keep going here. I hope I did enough because I don't want to keep you on here forever. Let me move my scissors out of the way. Let me see where I'm at. I'm going to roll my yarn up. I'm going to show you too how, because first I started gluing these, because when you get up so far, they start sliding. So I started gluing them, and then that's when I was trying to figure out, how can this be better? Okay, so I went under, so I got to wrap again. Over, under. It starts getting tight up at the top. Over, under. See, now I got to come up through this little hole here. It starts getting tough. This is where you don't want your ball big at all. Okay, I went under, so I got to go again. Yeah, this is where the ball starts getting tough. So I might even just start letting it fall off. But, okay, so there we are. Now, I need a wrap around the outside. Back up through. And now I'm going to go over, under. Okay, I got to wrap again because that's my under. Then over and under. Wrap again. Okay, just went through. I got to wrap this a little bit. Here we go. Okay. You could push these down a little as you're going. So now I go, let's see, that's my under. This is going to be my over. And this is going to be my under, way over here. See how tight this is going to get right here? It's going to get very tight there. I should only have to do like maybe another one. I might just have to let all the yarn go and pull it with the big long piece. That's what I ended up doing on the other one. So I got to wrap this around again. Okay, that one went through a little easier. Okay, now I got to wrap around the outside. Whoops. It's hard when this gets very long and you can't have it in the ball. Okay, I need to wrap around the outside. So you'd have to sit here and pull this through. This is the longest part because you have to work with the long string then, the long piece of yarn. Okay, so now I am going over this one and under this one. I think I'm going to roll up my ball some again because now I'm in a big space. You don't have to do this. You can leave your string long. But, okay, under, so I got to wrap again. And then over, under. Wrap again. Just don't forget to wrap again when you're doing the under. Over. Now, let's see. I probably need to do one more here. One or two. I'm going to see. But see, now my ball's too big there. So I got to get my ball small again. Okay. There we go. That's my under, so I got to go again to wrap around to make sure it's covered. Okay. Hopefully, I hope that's my last one. Oh, left that one a little loose. Okay, but see how it's going? This one, I think I left these a little too loose down here. I'm going to have to try to pull them a little tight. That's because it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I was tired, guys. Okay, that will be the last one. Okay, so wrap around your bar again. I think that's the last one. Okay, so this one I was over here, see? So now I got to go under it because you got to do the opposite. Okay, and then wrap around again. Yeah, see, now I'm down to this long string here. Okay. Whoops, I just pulled that. Need to pull that a little tighter. Okay. Now I am going over, and then I gotta go under. We're just about done, guys. I know. It's half hour, and I still have you on here. Okay, under. All right. And then wrap around again. I just want to get to where I could show you how I do the stem. Okay, I wrapped around that one. Now I'm going over this one. And wrapping around my outer rim. Okay, so Now I want to go under this one because I did over before. Let's see. And then you have to wrap it around again because it was an under. This is going to take you the longest part, is this end, because they get long. You have to let your yarn get long. Okay. But at least your outside will be all done being wrapped. All right, now I'm over this one. You just don't want a knot to form in your yarn. See, I think I got a knot right there. I got to see. I got to get that out. That's the bad part about having your yarn all loose like this. You can end up with a knot. And then you got to sit and try to take it out. I might just have to cut it so I don't have to sit here and try to get it out in front of you. Let's just see. Ah, got it. Got it. I got it. I think I'm going to have to go one more time. Okay, now I was under. I forgot where I was. Okay. So I got to wrap around. Okay, wrapped around. Back up. I know this sounds so confusing, but it's very easy. I hope I gave good enough directions. Okay, this is going to be my last row. So I went over there. So I'm wrapping around my outside again. All right. Because I need to go under this one because I did an over before, right? Did I do an over or an under? I got to double check. Oh, I did an under there before. So now I need to do an over. Okay. I shouldn't have went through again like that because I got to go over this. Okay. I need it over here. Oh, maybe I don't need another. Well, let's see. Maybe I don't need another row. What do you think? I think I'm good on top there. Okay. So now I just want to knot this. So I am going to wrap it around one more time, the outer rim. But see, I'm holding this little part right here, this little bow from my wrap, this little thing. And I want to feed my yarn through there. Because we're just going to tie a knot there. And we're going to pull this for a knot. Just like that. Now, I leave a tiny piece there, just a tiny piece, and I glue it down just because I don't want my knot to come undone. Okay. There we are, guys. Okay, so now you're done with your yarn. I kept you on way too long, but I have to try to make sure you understand it. Okay, look how pretty the back even looks. But see how this goes? See how they slide? So it won't do that, and you won't have to worry about the green showing, because now you are going to wrap it all first, like I showed you, the whole outside first. This will not slide like this, being the outside has already yarn on it. Okay, so you'll be okay. Now, for the stem, all I did was take my jute. Any jute you have will work. Okay, took my jute. I just added some hot glue on the back of the stem right there. Glued my jute, the end of my jute to it. Give it a second to hold. And then I just started wrapping my jute around. Okay, see, I just glued the end of the jute to the back part of it. And just give it a second to cool. Now just start wrapping your jute around. You can push it down. I do a couple and then push it down. You want to pull it tight. Okay. Okay. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Just wrapping my jute around. Now when I get to the top part, I am going to add a dab of jute to the, or a dab of jute, a dab of hot glue to the sides. Because when you get to the top, then they don't like to stick, you know? Okay. Now, I am adding, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. I am going to add a line of hot glue on the top of the bar there. Can you see that? And then I'm going to wrap my jute on there. Okay. And the same to the front. I'm going to add a line of hot glue on here and wrap my jute on there. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. Just want to see. If I go around to the back, I usually don't end up with that green showing on the top. All right, I need to glue this corner. I'm going to add a little more to the back. Okay. Then I'm just going to cut this back here, because you want your ends to be in the back, and make sure this is glued down. Okay, let me move that out of the way. That, and check my pumpkin. I went too loose down here. See how those keep moving? You won't have that problem if you start like I told you, wrapping. Okay, there's the pumpkin, guys. Now you can add whatever you want to this. A bow. I just took a bunch of little ribbons, pieces of ribbon. I'll show you. I am not a good bow maker, and I'm sure a lot of you are, but I am not. And I just took a bunch of pieces of ribbon. This is Brooke from Refab. This is her bow. She taught how to make this bow, because I am not a bow maker. You just take scraps of ribbon and you lay them back and forth, vertical and horizontal. It doesn't matter their sizes. You just keep laying. I think I want to add some jute to this one too. What did I do with my jute? Well, maybe not, because I'm not sure where I put it. Oh, here. I'm so unorganized right now, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to add some jute in here. I just fold it in half. Give me another ribbon. Let's see. I thought I had a, here we go. One that says fall on it. I had. Let's see. You just keep adding whatever you want to add to how much you want to add. I think I'm going to put 2 pieces there. Okay. So I layered a whole bunch. Then you just take a scrap piece of ribbon, or I am just going to use a piece of jute. And you lay it that like cross this way in the center. And you flip it over and you just tie it in a knot. She's got a blog on how to do these, Brooke. She probably even has a video. Brooke from Refab. This is her bow. Okay. Oh, I should have tied them in more. Okay, well, anyways. Then you just play with it to how you want it. And then, oh, I sort of kind of like the long. Not that long, but long. Then I am just going to hot glue this into place. I'm going to add hot glue to the back of the bow there. And just glue it to the base of the stem. See, isn't that cute? I am not a bow maker, guys. I'm not good at a bow. Okay, there's that. Then I wanted something for the center, and I got these cute container buttons at Walmart. These are just wood, plain wood. And I am just going to add hot glue to the center and glue it in the middle of my bow. There, see? Isn't that cute? I think it's cute, guys. All right, so there's our pumpkins. I hope you like this. I know it's a long video, but I had to make sure that you were going to understand how I did it. Now, real quick before I get off, a lot of you have been asking for apples. I'm still trying to figure out apple things, guys. And, oh, I should have showed you how to put a hanger on that. Okay, well, I thought I tried to make one in an apple. Do you think it looks like an apple? It's so hard, guys, to find a thick yarn in red. So this is what I found at Michael's. This is Chenille Home Mason Chenille. I got this at Michael's, and this is color burgundy. See this? So that is what I used for the apple. And I thought it was pretty close to the color of my apple. So, and of course I made my leaf. So let me tell you, here's how I did my hanger. I just took a piece of my jute. Okay. This is going to be probably too big. I just took a piece of jute, folded it in half, and your part here, that little V shape in the back, I slid my jute under there. I did like the slip knot type of thing, you know, where you slide this through, pull it, and then you tie a knot. See how this spreads? But don't worry, yours isn't going to do that because you're going to wrap around first. Okay. And then I trim off my little excess here. And then there's your hanger. See, now you can hang this up. Aren't they cute? Okay. This one's prettier because this one I did after I learned all my tricks. Okay. There you go, guys. thank you so much for watching and joining me. And this is pre-recorded, guys. I am not live. I am pre-recorded. I'm going live later. I'll jump on and talk to you a little later. All right. Thanks for joining me. Bye.